Hello everyone, welcome back to my videos. How are you today? I hope you in a good condition. I'm here to explain you about one of the implementation in teaching English. The name is the grammar translation method. Let me introduce myself. My name is Roslitha. My registration number is 19120061. I'm from Group B, Nomensen HKBP University Medan. Stay tuned guys. The grammar translation method is not new. It has had different names, but it has been used by language teachers for many years. At one time, it was called the classical method since it was first used in the teaching of the classical language, Latin and Greek. Earlier in the 20th century, this method was used for the purpose of helping students to read and appreciate foreign language literature. It was also hoped that through the study of the grammar of the target language, students would become more familiar with the grammar of their native language, and that is familiarity more familiar with the grammar of their native language better. Finally, it was thought that foreign language learning will help students grow intellectually. It was recognized that students would probably never use the target language, but the mental exercise of learning it will be beneficial anyway. Reviewing the technique quiz. Ask yourself if any of the answer to the above questions make sense to you. If so, you may choose to try some one of the technique quiz of the grammar translation method from the review that follow. On the other hand, you may find that you agree very little with the answers to these questions, but that can usable. There are still some technique quiz from the grammar translation method that you can usefully adapt. Below is a expanded description of some of these technique quiz. Translation of a literary passage. Students translate a reading passage from the target language into their native language. The reading passage then provides the focus for several classes. Vocabulary and grammatical structures in the passage are studied in subsequent lessons. The passage may be excerpted from some work from the target language literature, or a teacher may write a passage carefully designed to include particular grammar rules and vocabulary. The translation may be written on or spoken or both. Students should not translate items and the like literally, but rather in a way that shows that they understand their meaning. Reading comprehension questions. Students answer questions in the target language based on their understanding of the reading passage. Often the questions are sequenced so that the first group of questions asks for information contained within the reading passage. In order to answer the second group or question, students will have to make inferences based on their understanding of the passage. This means they will have to answer questions about the passage even though the answers are not contained into the passage itself. The third group of questions requires students to relate the passage to their our own experience. Antonym or synonyms. Students are given one set of words and are asked to find antonyms in the reading passage. A similar exercise could be done by asking students to find synonyms for a particular set of words. Our student might be asked to define a set of words based on their understanding of them as they occur in the reading passage. Other exercises that ask students to work with the vocabulary of the passage are also possible. Cognitive. Students are taught to recognize context by learning the spelling or sound patterns that correspond between the language. Students are also asked to memorize words that look cognitive but have meanings in the target language that are different from those in the native language. This techniques, of course, would only be useful in language that share cognitive. Deductive application of rules. Grammar rules are presented with examples. Exceptions to its rule are also noted. Once students understand a rule, they are asked to apply it to some different examples. Fill in the blank exercise. Students are given a series of sentences with words missing. They fill in the blanks with new vocabulary items or with items or particular grammar type, such as preposition or verbs with different tenses. Memorization. Students are given lists of target language vocabulary words and their native language equivalent and are asked to memorize them. Students are also required to memorize grammatical rules and grammatical paradigms such as verb conjunction. Use words in sentence. In order to show that students understand the meaning and use of a new vocabulary items, they make up sentences in which they use the new words. Composition. The teacher gives the students a topic to write about in the target language. The topic is based upon some aspect of the reading passage of the lesson. Sometimes, instead of creating of compositions, students are asked to prepare a passage of the reading passage. Guys, I think that's all explanation about the grammar translation method. Say goodbye.